One final time, welcome back down under. The 2022 Australian Disc Golf Championships wrap up today. It's third round coverage of the FPO division. I'm Grant Zellner along with Jennifer Allen, who is leading the way into this final round amongst this field of women vying for a national championship.
Yeah, it's been such a great week here in Australia. The course is absolutely beautiful and we're all trying to kind of figure it out. And let's see what happens, final round.
Jennifer, you take a 4-throw lead into this final round. The same foursome that we have been watching so far in the first two rounds. That's also who we'll be following today.
Sticking with my incredible Innova bag here, Yetis, my rocks I throw a lot, Destroyer gets pulled out a little bit, my T-Bird.
A few Toros.
Toro and Cayman get thrown a little bit as well, yep.
Here's a look at Sarah Lee's mixed bag. Seems like a little bit of everything in there, including a few RPM molds, which is always fun to see.
Yeah, their names are incredible. That's a great New Zealand company, which is very close to Australia. Cassie has her Innova bag as well. She likes to throw the Turn quite a bit out here, as well as her Lion.
And Hussey's bag. Some similarities to Sarah Lee's there. We'll take one final flyover here of hole number 1 on this Tunnel Ridge Ranch property.
Yeah, short, downhill, very steep hole 1 with the OB pond right behind the basket.
Right, for our lead card in the FPO, representing Innova, Grip, and Zuka carts with a current score of 124, Jennifer Allen.
So Jennifer, you've gone bogey day 1, par day 2. Looking forward to day 3 here.
Yeah, maybe I'll figure this course out. I'm sticking with my Yeti, trying just to get a nice little low shot.
Any skip.
I think I might be able to get it this day.
With a score of 128, representing Team Heiser Flight, Sarah Lee.
Sarah Lee now looking to make a move early, going to the forehand. Trying to take advantage of that space around the left.
Yeah, this hole really does play very well for the forehand angle. Takes off a little bit of the distance as long as you don't get too much of a roll.
Next on the deck with a score of 130, your reigning Australian champion, representing Innova, Throw Pink, and Disconnection, Cassie Sweetten.
You've known Cassie for a long time, Jennifer.
Yeah, we've been teammates, I think, for at least 5 years now. She's been going with the forehand as well. Yesterday, she kept it a little low. She brings it in a lot tighter and unfortunately gets a big kick.
And to round out our lead card in the FPO with a combined score of 133, representing Parkland's Disc Golf, Clare Hussey.
Beautiful straight shot right at it.
Catches that late
Pretty
tree.
favorable roll.
Catches the late tree, but that roll makes that upshot a little easier. Cassie now. A little bit of distance here.
Yeah, and I believe she went out of bounds. There's a fence right there. Again, these fences kind of, they sneak up on us because they're barbed wire, so you don't really see them. That has not came into play all week for us. Strong putt to start the round by Sarah.
Oh,
Yeah, catches a little bit on that right side of the chains. Maybe a little first hole jitters.
and you mentioned these baskets. They catch true, but they catch as many different types of baskets do in a sort of a specific way. You got to go very much toward the middle and pretty firm.
Cassie's a really strong putter. I think we put sometimes a little bit too much pressure on ourselves. It's easy to try to not do that, but it just kind of sneaks in there a little bit. She has won this tournament multiple times, so she would love to kind of battle back and get this again in her home country.
You tricked me there.
Yeah, just throw it in.
Turbo? No, I'm just gonna toss it. Here we go.
Just toss it in. But I was glad to finally get this little hole. It's been kind of getting me all week long. Here's hole number 2. Again, straight, very tight shot off the tee here. Elevation change. It goes down and back up. No OB really on this hole. And the main thing is just keeping it straight. I'm going an old T-bird off the tee here. Holds a nice straight flight for me. I can say that I was able to hit that gap every round, which was pretty nice.
I think we're gonna see it again. That's how nice it was.
Yeah, this old disc has been in my bag for so long, and it holds it so clean.
All right, into the shadow of the basket, and now Sarah Lee to respond.
Hers has a little bit more stability, which is going to pull it down that hill. Elevation makes your disc stable up. She'll have a good open look, though.
Oh, squeaks it by. It's a nice drive from Huss.
She had a good little turn on that disc to get a little more distance up towards the basket. And Cassie gets most of the way through as well.
Get in.
Touchy little upshot here, forehand. Nicely done.
Yeah, perfectly done.
Sarah Lee now from distance.
And that's how a lot of these holes play out here for us, I feel like. If you can hit a really clean drive, the birdie's there. If not, we kind of just play it safe for the 3.
Should be a stress-free par for Huss.
It's been great playing with this group of women all week long. We've had a good time. We've had great weather. A little bit of wind here and there.
Just making sure that was a legal putt, I guess. I don't know. The gap at the top opens up just a little bit. You've got a 5-throw margin now on Sarah Lee.
Yeah, hole number 3, you can take that hyzer route on the right or the soft turnover shot here on the left side. The incline of the hill here where the basket sits does make the turnover shot a little difficult. I'm going to try to put a little bit more on it because I had been rolling down the hill. Unfortunately, that kind of backfires on me this time, but I'd had the same shot all week, so I was trying just to change it up just a little bit.
A lot of turn on this from Sarah.
Yeah, she keeps it really tight and gets a very lucky little sneak through there. That's a lot of trees there in the middle.
We've seen Huss go with some power up the right-hand side all week long.
Yeah, that has great height. There is an opening gap on that hyzer route. If you go in too early or late, though, you can hit a little clump of trees.
And Cassie.
Yeah, pulls that just a little bit. We'll see. She's had a great upshot from over there all week long. Going standstill with the Toro. Holds a hyzer upshot so well. Beautiful turning fade there. Gonna be kind of closer to circle one edge. Sarah had hit a huge putt on this hole yesterday. Today she decides to lay up and take that 3.
Nice little.
Awesome. Yeah, great par save there.
Not a bad par save yourself. No damage done. Huss, the lone birdie here at the 3rd.
Your rating is one of the most valuable things you get with a membership. It takes your performance in sanctioned events, compares it to the rest of the field, and gives you an empirical number to show how well you played. Rain, shine, wind is all taken into account, leaving only one thing, your play. This gives you accurate numbers to track how well you've been doing and your overall improvement in the game. Get your number today. Visit pdga.com/join.
To the 4th, a 77-meter par 3, downhill just like the first was.
Yeah, watching the height of the disc release on this hole is important. You can go straight at it or the tight hyzer along the right side. There's a few low branches. Oh, she hits the tree in between, but a few low branches on that right side that make that gap a little bit tighter. I go with my Star Rock 3, trying to just take a nice straight flight at it. I put a little more turn on it, a little hyzer
went down there.
today because I did not want to go out of bounds that I found yesterday.
That's right. You did find another one of those sneaky out of bounds. I gave the distance here in meters. It's 253 feet. At this point, are you, because the signage there is all in meters, at this point, have you mentally adjusted by round 3, or are you still, pulling out the rangefinder and trying to get it?
I knew which disc I wanted to throw on each hole, but I definitely used my rangefinder still, like always. Definitely helpful there. Beautiful drive by Cassie. But having the rangefinder in feet definitely was very helpful, yes. Hussey with a great approach.
This is touchy, downhill.
Yeah, that's probably around 90 feet or so.
Nicely done. Little hopper.
Yeah, I was in a little bit of a hole, little ditch there. My footing was a little strange. It was a great birdie from Cassie, trying to shake off a little bit of a rough start.
Oh, Huss, that sort of the opposite of what happened on 1. This time off to the left.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate bogey there. Here we are, hole number 5. This is our flat hole. of 322 feet. You can go again just straight at it, or the little bit of a tighter line on the hyzer route there on the right side. Cassie had been hyzering out early all week. She did change her disc selection here to her turn, try to get a little bit more on the right side. Unfortunately, she kind of overcorrects there. She's going to sneak out towards the outer edge of the rough, though. I've been going with my T-bird all week. Went long day 1, adjusted too much day 2. Still get quite a big skip
Yeah, that really boogied
today.
down there,
So that went, yeah, that ground down there is really hard. Skips are big. So I'm going to back over there where I was on day 1. Sarah's been getting a good drive on this all week long. This is just a little bit short, but she's going to have a putt at it.
Huss needs this to hurry. Nope.
Good favorable roll out, though.
Nice recovery. Over to Cassie.
Yeah, she left that just a little bit shorter than she wanted to.
Ooh, that was the best look Sarah's had all week. Almost paid it off.
Good bid. Finally got this hole. It had been haunting me all week long. I felt like it was an easy hole for us to attack, being a lot more puttable basket.
Yeah, and your putts on day 1 were sort of online, but a little low. Putts on day 2 warmed up a little bit. Now on day 3, you're, 3 birdies so far through 5 holes? Yeah.
Making that adjustment, putting a little bit higher.
And to your point, firmly into the center of the chains, right on the pole. Are you conscious? Are you really paying attention week in and week out to having to change your putt a little bit when the baskets are different manufacturers? Is that something that you focus on? Because I know some players don't. It's just a complication they'd rather not, dial in. And others think about it a lot. How are you on that?
I think you definitely have to be aware on changing that up a little bit. There are some baskets that you do kind of aim a little high right. That's where it catches and drops it in better. So I think you do have to be aware of it. You're going to always want to try to hit that center putt, though.
Hole number 6.
This is one of my favorite holes, 420 feet. I just love that soft fading turn. You get the elevation along the left side there, OB Pond, which I found day 2 over there on the right side. So I do finally, even though it's 420 feet, I dropped down to my T-bird because I've been throwing Wraith all week. This is the distance I felt was like a little kind of in between for me. But this is that T-bird I throw on hole 2, and it is an older T-bird, and it holds the line perfectly. And I do still reach it with the T-bird. So I guess I should have been throwing that all week long.
That was fun to watch. This is probably my favorite hole on this course in terms of just sitting here and watching drives.
Yeah, it was really fun to throw as well. Really get to air it out, but there's still quite a bit of technical things that you have to take into place here. I'm sure a lot of the men throw probably a long forehand on it. That would probably be a safer shot, but for us, the backhand turnover shot is what we all go with to try to get the distance to the basket.
A lot of turn on this, but enough height, it might come back.
Yeah, if she gets a stable disc, that's going to fight
there
back.
It is. Now
She's
stop.
Going to have a
Stop.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? The hills here really, sometimes it'll help you. Sometimes it's like, ouch.
And sometimes you don't see what happened.
Right. Absolutely.
Which I don't know.
We did not see it roll that far. We thought it rolled out a little bit, but we didn't realize it rolled out that far. But this gives her a good uphill clean putt. She takes a safe layup approach at it. Cassie's going to have to do a little bit of work here to fight back against Sarah. That was a good, strong bid that stayed safely by the basket.
Sat right there, because that hasn't been happening very much.
No, you can see how steep that it just drops off right there.
So you are 4 down through 6 at this point.
Not a bad front 9.
No, not bad at all.
Having fun figuring this out. Enjoying my last day here playing with all these incredible women.
When the shots fire, my soul at ease, yeah. If I go down, I might cause a sea, yeah. Them scheme, them go to sleep, yeah. They don't wanna come war with me, yeah. Run, Ricky, run, run, Ricky, run. Run, Ricky, run, run, Ricky, run. Run, Ricky, run, run, Ricky, run.
On to the 7th.
Yeah, this is a very tricky shot. You want to get through the clearing there. If you can attack it aggressively with the hyzer, the basket isn't too far away. I've been going my max with that tight hyzer line right up there, taking the inside gap. I hit it as clean as
Wow.
I have all week. Got a little too much on that one.
That just kept going.
I almost found another OB line I had no clue about.
Everybody else has
Cassie,
been playing up the right here.
Yeah. And she let go of that a little bit late, so she's going to be stuck over there on the right side. I do believe she got a roll. I don't think it was very favorable. Sarah trying to take it a little bit closer to get distance. Unfortunately, she catches that big tree right there in the clump of the rough on the left side.
That's dangerous.
So unfortunately, my card mates do not make it through that gap.
A lot of work to do here.
Yeah, and that was probably the one I was thinking. I thought she got a roll here, so it might have been on her second shot. Hussey able to take the hyzer route and punch most of the way out.
Yeah, the disc got to the ground there. Should be able to sort of crawl under there and punch something at the rest of the way. Sarah had nothing to work with.
Yeah, I couldn't even see her. She gets out pretty clean, though. This is Cassie. So that left side, extremely thick, turns this par 3 into a very hard hole. And I think that shows like how well we were playing it all week long.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for the most part, we hit that gap all week. But a lot of these lines are very tight. Like I was amazed again, you know, hole 2, how many times we threw that so clean through there. So I think I was around like 85 or plus.
Yeah,
yeah, I'll give a quick shout out to Nick Halstad, who grabbed my bag to caddy for me the last round. He is an MPO player, and so he caddied as long as he could for me until his round started. Oh, just off target there. Great putt to keep battling.
Yeah, that's for double bogey, but with other card mates in trouble too. Sort of keeps you in it.
Yeah, anything can happen out here. There's so many holes with a lot of sneaky OB, so both of them giving up a couple strokes there. Good solid putts. Even bogey, double bogey, doesn't matter. Those are good putts.
Huss also in with the double bogey here at the 7th. You are still clean bogey free through 7. On to 8.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite holes to throw. It has just been getting me all week long though. 604 feet, par 4, Dogleg Island out here, peninsula to your right side. So all of this is surrounding OB. OB in front of us right here until we get to that fence, and then tree line all along the right side is OB as well.
There it
I
is.
stepped way back. I don't know if you could see how far back I was on that tee. But I finally got it off clean and got myself, right into my mind that I was not going to fall off the front of this tee pad. Sarah was not afraid of that tee all week. She just pushed it right along the edge, gets a great drive out there, and that landing zone on the left. I wish they would show the front of it. I mean, it's a solid 2 feet, just straight drop.
Cassie gets through
Yeah,
a little
let's
bit.
go a little early, but she gets that and a little bit of a roll, I think, away from that tree.
And Hussey.
Yeah, I think the difference of my round today was I really figured out the tee pads finally. I started kind of teeing off a lot through the middle of that tee.
Hussey unfortunately kicks out of bounds off the tee, so that's her 3rd.
Great forehand shot to try to make that turn. She can still save par here. Big open stance. I don't know if you noticed that, Grant. I guess I'm not a big forehand player, but I think I usually have my left foot behind the mini. She had her right. I think both of these women played ultimate, so I think that's kind of like an ultimate stance. So Sarah unfortunately gets a big skip, and she gets off that peninsula into the OB surrounding the hole.
It is difficult to see here on camera, but yeah.
I go Spikeheiser with the Toro, trying to get a good little skip.
No problem.
And a tap-in birdie. Beautiful release on that one from Cassie. Gets a little bit of a roll. This is one of those holes the ground play kind of comes into play.
Nice little touch there from Huss.
So you can see the line right there by Sarah's foot. So that's hard to mentally get in your head because, there's not water.
Right.
Another good, strong putt from Cassie. She is not giving up.
Well, and Sarah will drop one or more here, and Cassie and Sarah continuing to battle. You tricked me again. The routine on those short ones for Jennifer Allen is that there is no routine.
Exactly. Whatever feels
on
right.
the ninth.
Yeah, this is 282 feet, plays back uphill, so it plays a little bit longer than 282. We have an OB pond short on the right as well on the left, and steep incline behind the basket. I stick with my TL. I threw a leopard in practice, and I've been going a little bit long. Today that one hyzer's off. I'm going to stay safe, though. I'm away from that pond.
It's actually one of the better results we've seen all weekend long here. Danger.
Cassie's had a great drive all week. Unfortunately, that one gets a little bit of kick towards the fence. She's going to stay safe. OB is right behind that fence.
Good shape to this one here from Sarah Lee.
Hussey gets great turn and angle on that one. She's going to have a good look for birdie. So Cassie getting her safe step away from the OB fence. Punches through that tiny gap there. She's going to have a look to save par. We've all had a little bit of a roll on this hill, so Hussey just acknowledging the danger of this shot and laying up for par. Sarah with a little more aggressive approach.
You're taking it pretty safe here.
Yep, and I was pretty far down in there, so I couldn't see much of the basket. So some of those you know try to attack, you just barely hit the rim, you're gonna roll. So Cassie with another huge putt. Good save by Sarah. And we're going to tap in our pars.
Just like that. Halfway through this final round here at the Australian Disc Golf Championships, you have opened up a pretty commanding lead at this point thanks to being bogey-free. Look at this. 5 birdies.
I finally kept one clean.
5 birdies in the opening 9 for Jennifer Allen, the only player under par in the field.
Yeah, Sarah and Cassie are battling out for second.
The back side of the final round will be posted shortly, so make sure you keep paying attention to Gatekeeper and the PDGA right here on YouTube. Back with the conclusion from Australia.